Good afternoon, everyone, except for those of you on the West Coast. Again, good morning to you all. We are going to talk today about land descriptions. We often kind of generically use the term legal descriptions or property descriptions. We can explain that a little bit later if we need to, but I've taught a semester course on land descriptions at one point, and I always told people that we really look at descriptions in two ways. One of them is with respect to when we're interpreting descriptions, and one of them was with respect to when we're writing them. And certainly the principles are all the same, but it just goes to show there are things that we need to think about in both senses of descriptions. So if we take a quick look at what we're going to be discussing today, we're going to start off and talk about the purpose of a description and the concept of sufficiency and this idea of what the intent of a description is. We're going to spend a little bit of time on the parts of a description, what their purposes are, how they can affect what we're doing. We're going to talk a little bit about the types of descriptions, and there are a number of those. And then we're going to shift gears, talk about what controls in a description, and we'll look at the order of conflicting title elements, which is a good place to start on that. We're going to talk about controlling surveys, when we have monuments, when we have distance direction, we're going to talk about area. We're going to talk a little bit about uncalled for monuments, which is a term I'll talk about when we get there, because that term is used in some parts of the country, and in other parts of the country it's not. We're going to talk about what happens with adjoining rights-of-way, and how they are either included or not included, and then a little bit about water boundaries. So, just talking about description fundamentals. Now, what is it when we're writing a description in particular, but keeping in mind when we are interpreting one, what is it that we're trying to accomplish? This is a critical issue. When I taught, I used to tell students, make sure that you're accomplishing what it is that you're trying to do when you're writing a description. And one of the things we need to think about is sufficiency. Because if you have descriptions that cannot be interpreted, whether with extrinsic evidence or not, then we've got a problem if they cannot be interpreted.